My full name, Kate Elizabeth Simon. I'm a photographer, mainly a lifestyle photographer. I've been a photographer for about 18 years. Well, really forever. You know, as a child with my little plastic point and shoot, and then in high school lived in the dark room, and then wanted to do photography from the very beginning, but everybody said, oh, you can't make a living off of that, you know, it's got to be a hobby. Business license-wise, I've been a photographer for about 18 years. My love of the dark room, I just loved being able to manipulate images and kind of create something out of thin air, and yeah, I wanted to freeze time, you know, because you can look at these old photos and you can look in their eyes and kind of feel what they were feeling, and I wanted to be able to recreate that and kind of bring that into the modern day. I think it evokes feelings, you know, you feel something big there. Wanting to freeze time, wanting to keep it, you know, something that you can look back on forever and be put right back in the same place. Well, maybe a year and a half ago, I quit this catalog job that I had for a long time and really decided to make a shift in my personal life and pursue things that I felt really mattered. I wanted to shift things to focus on my values and what I could bring to my community and what I could do to help people. And so the Community Foundation was my foot in that door. And I was able to connect with some nonprofits through them. I started to think about, you know, what is it that I really love and that I feel drawn to and that I feel like satisfied after, you know, like what is it that I feel good about at the end of the day? And it was the nonprofit work. I was like, I have to do something else. If that means that I try this and I fail and I end up, you know, working in, you know, retail or something that's less satisfying, okay, but at least I tried it, you know. It was that moment when I was vacuuming that I just flipped the script. And I said, all right, I'm just going to trust that this is what I'm supposed to do because I feel so drawn to it. And I feel like, what is the point? If I can't make a difference and if I can't help people, if I can't do something with this, what is the point? It went beyond making pretty pictures. So kind of like making this decision and, you know, really deciding to throw my whole self into it was so motivating. Even though it was really scary, I was excited. I was really excited. It's like once I allowed myself to do it, and I allowed myself to stop thinking in these boxes, it was like a whole world of creativity opened up to me, and I finally got to explore all of these ideas that I just been shoving down because that doesn't make any money and that doesn't, you know, pursue this goal that I thought I had. And I had to let go of the money. I had to let go of the idea that everything revolved around making a living. And so once I did that, once I gave myself permission to kind of shift my thinking and look at things through, you know, a different lens, it started happening. You know, that's when the conversation with Miriam of the Community Foundation happened. You know, the conversation with Chris from the Community Foundation happened. You know, that's when all of these things started coming out of the woodwork. And we were like, there's something here. But we talked about what the arts could bring to it. Like what, you know, this is what I have in my back pocket. This is my skill. This is all I know. To think about these bigger issues through an artistic lens, this big project was born. We went in there, and a big part of this project is conversation and listening, and trying to really be respectful. And some people wanted their faces shown, you know, to shed the shame that surrounds this, where there really shouldn't be any shame. Just listening to people and trying to do our best to tell their stories in a respectful way that we felt represented them and their stories and the issue. it's gone really, really well. Like, not surprisingly, but surprisingly well, because nonprofits don't usually work this way through the visual arts, you know. But yeah, we were able to think about it in a different way, and I think we're shifting some things about how nonprofits can work with the arts and bring people in and make them interested in the issues by kind of like appealing to the feeling, appealing to the emotion.